Erik Prince left the country in 2000, I think it was 2010. He left the United States. In fact, I'll tell you a story that I've never told publicly before. The way I found out about Erik Prince, he was the head of Blackwater. His company was being investigated by multiple entities for all sorts of reasons, and they had conducted the Nicer Square massacre in Baghdad in September of 2007, where they gunned down more than a dozen Iraqis, including a 9-year-old boy. And so there was all this pressure. There were congressional hearings, and there was a firestorm about Blackwater being involved with the assassination program, running parts of the assassination program. And so Erik Prince decides to leave the United States and goes to Abu Dhabi. Well, I found out about that before it was ever public, because I got an email from a young man, from a guy who said, I've read your book and I've seen you on TV, and I really respect your work, and I have a personal connection to someone who because of what he does, has information about the Prince family. And I can't say more than that about it, but just so this person says to me, I have information about that, and I think the two of you should be in touch. And through that contact, I learned that Erik Prince was preparing to leave the United States. And the person that wrote me that email was Bradley Manning, who is, of course, now being prosecuted for allegedly leaking all of the diplomatic cables and the collateral murder to WikiLeaks. Bradley Manning was the person that sent me that email. It wasn't based on any classified information. He wasn't sending me a document. It was a personal friend of his that had some attachment to, had some knowledge because of what he does of the Prince family's movements. And it was because of Bradley Manning that I found out about that. And then the New York Times had followed up on the story after I wrote it in The Nation some weeks later and confirmed that Erik Prince had, in fact, left the United States.